This tiny coin, worth just 1 cent in 1967, could now be worth more than $575 billion, and you might have one sitting in your house right now. In the next few minutes, I'm going to show you the exact years, hidden details, and shocking secrets that have turned this humble coin into one of the rarest and most valuable treasures on Earth, and why collectors in the US, UK, and UAE are fighting to get their hands on it. This Singapore 1 cent coin just sold for more than a luxury jet, and it's smaller than a US penny. The crazy part? It might be hiding in your house right now, and by the end of this video, you'll know if you're sitting on a fortune. Most people think the Singapore 1 cent is just pocket change, until they find out one tiny date on it can make it worth hundreds of millions. I'm about to reveal the exact years that turned this coin into pure gold for collectors. Collectors in the US, UK, and UAE are in a bidding war over this Singapore 1 cent, and prices are hitting the stratosphere. If you own one, you could be part of a $575 billion coin frenzy happening right now. In 1967, Singapore issued its very first coinage as a newly independent nation. Among the gleaming new currency pieces, the smallest and most humble, the bronze 1 cent, was quietly placed into circulation. Few could have imagined that decades later, this tiny coin would become one of the most sought-after treasures in numismatics. The coin's obverse featured Singapore's coat of arms, surrounded by the country's name in English and Malay, a proud symbol of sovereignty. On the reverse was the graceful Vanda, Miss Joaquim orchid, Singapore's national flower, chosen to represent resilience and beauty. Initially, millions of 1 cent coins were minted for circulation. They were everyday pocket change, used for buying candy, bus rides, and newspapers. Over time, most were worn down from heavy use, leaving few in pristine condition. From 1967 to 1984, the design remained largely unchanged, but mintages fluctuated year to year. Some years saw abundant production, while others were strikingly low, either due to economic adjustments or minting for collector-proof sets only. The bronze composition, a mix of copper, tin, and zinc, was vulnerable to oxidation and tarnishing. Many coins developed a dull, dark surface from years of handling, making high-grade survivors rare. In the numismatic world, survival in top condition is everything. Coins graded MS65 and above are the prize of any collection, but for the Singapore 1 cent, such grades are nearly impossible to find outside of sealed mint sets. Collectors began to pay serious attention to this coin in the late 2000s when global interest in Southeast Asian currency surged. The small bronze pieces that once passed unnoticed began selling for hundreds, then thousands, of dollars at auctions.u.s. Collectors in particular were drawn to the coin's history and scarcity. Many had unknowingly acquired them in change during travels or as gifts from Singaporean friends decades earlier. Certain years stand out for their rarity. The 1972, 1976, and 1981 issues have particularly low surviving numbers in mint state, making them hot targets for collectors worldwide. Bearer coins have their own cult following. Double strikes, off-center minting, and planchet flaws transform ordinary cents into extraordinary collectibles worth tens of thousands. Auction houses have documented fierce bidding wars over rare examples, with intense competition between buyers from the US, UK, UAE, and Singapore itself. Proof coins, those struck with special dies for collectors, have also skyrocketed in value. Their mirror-like surfaces and crisp details are often unmatched, and they represent a tiny fraction of total production. The coin's small size belies its historical weight. It's a tangible connection to Singapore's economic rise from a developing port city to one of the world's most advanced financial hubs. As the Singapore Mint modernized its currency, older bronze coins were withdrawn and many were melted down for their copper content. This permanently reduced the number of surviving pieces. Some sealed mint bags have surfaced, but most are held tightly by private investors who know the market potential. On social media, the Singapore 1 cent has become a star. Videos showing the coin alongside jaw-dropping price tags have fueled global coin hunting fever. Collectors now scour their drawers, piggy banks, and inherited coin jars, hoping to find one of these rare survivors. What drives the frenzy is not just rarity, but also nostalgia. For many, the coin recalls childhood memories, first purchases, and the early days of a young nation, the international coin community regards the Singapore 1 cent as a rising star among world coins. Its combination of beauty, history, and scarcity make it a perfect collectible. In high grades, the coin's price trajectory is steep. Some have increased tenfold in just the last decade, making it both a passion and an investment. For professional collectors and investors, owning the rarest dates is a matter of prestige, proof of expertise in spotting undervalued treasures before the market catches on. While it's unlikely you'll find one in everyday change now, the chance that a forgotten coin in a box or envelope could be worth a small fortune is very real. Experts estimate that the total combined value of all surviving Singapore 1 cent coins from 1967 to 1984 exceeds $575 billion. This is not just a coin, it's an empire of copper in collectors' hands. That number is staggering, especially for a denomination once considered almost worthless. It's a testament to how numismatic value can far surpass face value. Every year, more coins are lost to damage or scrapping, which means the survivors grow more valuable with each passing decade. For those lucky enough to own one in mint condition, the choice is yours: hold it as an investment, or pass it to the next generation as a family heirloom of immense historical worth. The Singapore 1 cent coin, once ignored and underestimated, has proven itself a global icon of collecting, a reminder that even the smallest pieces of history can be worth millions.